Hi, my name is Tiffany Lamb, and I am here for my PVS memory speech. Working as a cashier, I never would have expected to befriend or meet all the interesting people I have met thus far. I remember meeting this one lady for the very first time. She was so friendly and kind, and we just got to talking. One day, she walked into the store as I was studying for psychology at a table at the place I work at. She decided to sit down and talk with me for an hour straight. I found out that she worked at a rehab facility, and she found out that I wanted to deal with patients who really need help psychologically. She told me she would try to talk to the employee in human resources to help me get either an internship for or a volunteer position so that I would be able to get a hands-on experience before I decided to commit to the field. But she told me not to get my hopes up. Even though she did, I still kept that sliver of hope on the back of my mind, despite my constant reminders to myself that I really didn't care or expect to get the position. This happened at the beginning of May. On July 5th, 2012, 3 months later, after I'd almost completely forgotten about the possible opportunity, I awoke to a phone call. She introduced herself as Julie Gerard, and she was asking for me to come in for an interview. I was shocked and surprised and excited all at the same time. But then I realized I did not have a single article of clothing that would be appropriate for an interview. I had to call my friend and have him pick me up and take me to the mall so that I would be able to buy an outfit. I even had to forbid him from taking a shower because it would take much too long. 20 minutes and $101 later, I was dressed perfectly. This is casual black with a hint of feminism. To this day, I cannot thank my friend enough. But after my appearance had been perfected and re-perfected, my sister Tanya had to drive me all the way to Dallas for the interview, and I was nervous beyond relief. When I got to the office, I sat and filled out forms for an entire hour before Julie had realized that I was there for an interview. We had made eye contact earlier as she was leaving for her lunch break. When she got back and saw that I was still sitting in the lobby, she asked if I was Tiffany. I was surprised because I remember seeing her earlier, but I apologized, though I have no idea why, and then she instructed me to follow her into her office. She filled me in on what went on at the rehab facility and what I would be doing if I were to volunteer there. She asked me questions that were perfectly normal and answerable. She did not ask any of those absurd and difficult questions like, if you were a fruit, what would you be? And why? I had no idea what to suspect before I got there, and I was not prepared. But once I sat down and started to converse, everything seemed natural, and I just went with the flow, though I was overly happy. By the end, she had told me that I would start on Monday after a background check, but to that I was not worried, so I knew I had the position by then. She proceeded to give me a tour and introduce me to every person we walked past. After volunteering there for the rest of the summer after that, I had learned to love working with the patients, talking to the clients, and interacting with the employees. I got to meet them and really got to know all of the individuals that I associated with on a daily basis. I have learned the importance of communication with the clients properly, the different forms of communications necessary based on the situation at hand, and that I must communicate appropriately and considerately in order to stumble upon fantastic opportunities and meeting amazing people and just experiencing the world. Thanks to my job as a cashier and that wonderful lady who comes in almost every single night after work, I know exactly what I want to be and exactly how it feels. I got a taste of the real world, and it was amazing.